Hello Gemini, how are you? It is me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. This week we have done your read with the Starseed Oracle. I was doing the Shufflemancy for you before I got started. That is an open playlist in the vault for anyone to go and do their own Shufflemancy. Let spirit speak to you through song. And you had this song come on, Let's Hear It for the Boys, by Denise Williams. And I was like, let's hear it for the boys. I was jamming out a little bit and I was like, Denise Williams, DW. So those could be significant like initials or letters for you. Spirit also, they oftentimes give me messages through letters, which then I convert to numbers, into angel numbers. It's a thing we do. So I was like, DW. So D is 4, it's the 4th letter in the alphabet. And then W is the 23rd. Yes, the 23rd. So 423. So 423 is an angel number. It's very indicative that you are trying, or you should be trying, to find a balance between like work, resting, being social, just trying to find more of a fluidity in your environment, in your day-to-day life. But if you want to transfer that into, say, Proverbs or Psalms, Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And there's a lot of water in your reading today, a lot of water for an air sign. I was actually going to do an earth sign next, and Spirit was like Gemini. And I was like, okay, Gemini is a little bit of an SOS. I think you guys, with the full moon in Pisces coming up on the 2nd, I think you're catching a bit of the wave. Oh, you guys are funny. You're catching a bit of the wave of the full moon energy a little bit early. I think it might be feeling a little bit like you're trying to keep your head above water, right? But it's very obvious that you guys have been putting a lot of time and energy into yourself, into a project, really trying to not just get into a new season or a new cycle, but grow into a new season or a new cycle. The first card that you have out is trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Now, what I see here is, as you've been putting a lot of time, energy, intention, love, investment into a relationship, into a project, into trying to get yourself into this new cycle, really get into your new season, right? I see that you are you're feeling a little bit like you're at the back of the line, right? But who is first will be last, and who is last will always be first, my little Geminis. You feel like you're a little bit at the end of the line, and you're watching these people, right? You're watching other people perhaps in your community, your friends, your family, and it feels a little bit like they're getting theirs right now, right? Like they have success coming in for them. Their blessings are raining in for them. They have that happy relationship. They have that job advancement that they want. They're in their harvesting season. They're in that joyful season, and you're still kind of like nose to the grindstone a little bit. And you're kind of wondering, like, when is my turn? When is it going to be my turn? Like, when is the wave of blessings going to start raining down on me? And up here, you see there's all this beautiful purple, that divine crown chakra energy, guidance from source, right? There's this beautiful green coming down, shining through the clouds, heart chakra energy, unconditional love and favor. I'm hearing favor. And it seems like it's shining on all of these people way out here, these people that are so far ahead of you. And meanwhile, you're back here in the barracks, right? A little bit outside of that, the shine of blessings, the shine of abundance, the shine of progress that you want to be seeing so much. And it's giving you a little bit of anxiety. I feel like it's maybe making you feel a little bit forgotten about. Like the sun is shining on others. They're getting further along the path than you are. And you're a little bit right here in the shadows, right? You're in the shadows. Isn't that a Lady Gaga song? It might be, from that movie. In the Hollows, that might be a thing for you. That might be a song for you. But what this card is telling us is, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Divine timing is not our timing. I have learned that the hard way many, many, many times, Gemini. And I think that there's something to be said that when we see people, places, and things around us kind of achieving the things that we want, right? Say you do YouTube, for example, and you see that there are other people in your community and they're advancing a lot faster than you are. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Say you've been single for a while and you really want to find that divine love. You want to be in union. You want that equal exchange, that reciprocal kind of love. And you see people around you and they're in happy, flourishing relationships. That's a good sign. When people placing things around you start coming into the blessings that you've been praying for, you've been trying to manifest, you've been setting your intentions on, it's a good sign because it means that you probably, most likely, yes, you are up next. It's almost in a way the universe sort of testing us a little bit, really testing our integrity in a certain way, saying, okay, you prayed for these things, you wanted these things, everyone else around you is getting them. How do you feel? Do you feel jealous? Do you feel envious? Do you feel forgotten about? Do you feel a little forlorn about it? Or are you really happy for them? Are you seeing like, yeah, I wanted that. Yeah, I'm working towards that, but I'm really happy that you have it because I care about you. I want others to do well. Others doing well, others being blessed does not take away from my blessings. It does not take away from my process. It does not take away from all the hard work that I've put into something. It's a little bit of like a quality check, you know? And so don't feel like you're forgotten about. Don't feel like time is running out for you, right? It's like this rushing, this anxiety, this like, I gotta work harder, I gotta do more. Everyone else is getting it and I'm not. So that must mean I'm doing something wrong. No, that's not what it means. That's not what it means. What it means is that you are up next. You are not everyone else. We are all connected, but you have your own path. You have your own blueprint. You have your own journey. So it's important that while we're waiting, we're also resting. Back to that balance, body, mind, soul, work, leisure, being social. We don't want to, when we don't see things coming in as quickly as we would like, we don't want to then try and psych ourselves up, right? Freak ourselves out and then start doubling down on all of the things that we've been doing, because then we fall into stuff like workaholism and then we burn ourselves out and then we're not as productive at work. We don't feel as good physically. Our minds get all cloudy, and you're a Gemini. Like, you have the ability to think of 1,000 things at once very clearly, very streamlined. So I think with this full moon energy that's coming in, it is putting you in a little bit of a emotional depths, you know, that you're not used to swimming in, trying to keep your head above water, so you're treading water even faster, but you're just gonna tire yourself out. It's a yellow finch. It's a yellow finch. It's the state bird of New Jersey. That's a really good sign for you. Oh my God, there's 2 of them. Oh, that's a really good sign, Gemini. See? Joy, optimism, hope, have fun. Don't wait, just rest in it. Rest in it, don't burn yourself out. Weight of the world, boundaries, let go. It's not yours to carry. When we want these big things for ourselves, right? New life, new me, hair done, nails done, everything did, just feeling all brand new. That's a lot, right? That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of change. It's a lot of momentum. And it's so good to want those things for yourself. It's beautiful. That's what Source, that's what God wants us to dream big. Don't bet on yourself small. Bet on yourself for the full home run, right? But in that, you sit there and you try and figure out, okay, well, like, how am I supposed to do this? And how am I supposed to do that? And how's this all gonna work? And what about what they do over there? And what if that doesn't work over here? It's like you're taking on too much. You're taking on things that you cannot control, right? Libra had a little bit of the same energy too. The next card you have out was also in Libra's reading. So you could have Libra in your chart. You could be dealing with a Libra, or perhaps because Libra represents justice, you're really thinking like, this is gonna be my justice. Like, this is gonna be my home run. Like, this is gonna be my big win. Getting this relationship, getting this job, moving out, like starting this business, whatever it is. But in doing that, you are already working very hard. You are already setting yourself up with the proper steps, right? Alignment, you are doing this stuff. You are in line. You are keep moving forward at a very steady pace. Temperance, right? I just did the Sagittarius reading. But also know that so much of these things, like, are mountains that have to be moved that, like, we cannot move ourselves. We have to wait for divine timing. We have to wait for divine guidance. We have to wait for divine interference and detours sometimes, things that we didn't expect. And to really, instead of kind of standing and like letting your feet get tired, something about your feet are getting tired. Are your feet sore? Your feet might be sore. There's also something about your teeth. Maybe your teeth hurt. Maybe you're grinding your teeth. I feel like you're grinding your teeth maybe unconsciously, like when you're sleeping, or you're like, sometimes when I get anxious, I like clench my jaw and I don't realize I'm doing it. And then when I realize, I relax my jaw and my teeth hurt. There could be something in that. But instead of letting yourself grind your teeth, right, nose to the grindstone, letting your legs get tired, kind of tapping your toe, waiting, it's like, instead, lay down, take a little rest. Lay down, let it flow over you, the wave that you came in on. Relax in it. Stop trying to tread water and just kind of let yourself flow. Let yourself float. You're buoyant. You're gonna come up to the top. It'll be easier for you to keep your head underwater if you just kind of rest in the waves, in the ebbs, in the flows, knowing that like you will come up to shore. You will come up to shore. And what I'm seeing too, which is beautiful, is as you learn to kind of relax, right? Because it's like guard your heart above all things, for everything you do flows from it. Because when we're in that anxious kind of energy, it's very constricting. Anxiety, panic, frustration, it's very constricting to our energy. It's not productive, right? It can be in the sense that it can show us where our fears are, where our anxieties are, and where to kind of focus our intention on that healing, on that soothing. But as you kind of learn to relax, your energy is gonna flow better. So things are gonna come in for you a lot quicker. And what I'm seeing is it's like, as you're standing here, you learn to relax, just kind of lay down, let yourself be buoyant, let yourself come up. As the wave, your next wave comes in, it will actually rise you up to the top over here, and you will get a higher perspective. It's almost as like being put high upon the rock, high upon the mountain. You will get a higher perspective, that it won't matter if you feel like you're down here, because energetically, spiritually, emotionally, you'll know that you have risen above the chaos, above the anxiety, above the when's my turn, and realize that every day is your turn. Every day is your day to make something beautiful for yourself. Every day is your day to actualize your potential. Every day is your day. And you will feel this guidance, you will feel this alignment, you will feel this unconditional love from a different perspective, and you will be able to look upon the rest of the system, look upon the rest of the group, look upon everyone else, not look down, upon everyone else that's kind of doing the same thing that you are, sort of in the same assembly line, and you will be able to have more appreciation for the process that they're going through, right? A little more empathy towards other people, instead of being like, well, how come they have it and I don't? And be like, I understand how hard they're working, because I am too. And I feel it, and I know that it's mine, and I know that it's coming for me next. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding that vision. I'm very drawn to the fact that she's a child. It's like childlike faith, right? It's that full energy, like, everything seems so much bigger than me, but I'm gonna dream this dream, and I'm just gonna hold faith that promise that God gave me, that dream he put in my heart, that fire he put in my belly, that it's there for a reason. He has started a good work in me, and he will finish it. I'm here for Christ's sake, And what I love is that I'm seeing like this flow, it sort of comes in up from over here. It's like this flow, it comes in, up, over here, this big new earth. It's almost being able to have a new perspective on your dream, on these goals that you've set for yourself, and not see them. I'm almost getting like blood red, like hot, like, oh, I have to have it, I need it so bad, like scarcity mindset. It's blue. It's soothing, it's calm emotional energy, evenly dispersed out, right? With all the white in here of this earth, I'm getting like angelic guidance, right? It's like this real soothing, almost like the wind coming in just to sort of calm you down. Being able to look at the world and not feel the weight of it on you. The weight of your dreams, right? Of how am I going to make these things happen for myself? And instead be able to look at them with wonder and excitement, like a child, right? To sing and dance, sort of dance in the rain. Like, maybe it's not here yet, but I know it's in my spirit for a reason, and I'm just going to believe that it's mine, and I'm just going to look at it with so much excitement and wonder. That's when things come in for us, our manifestations, our prayers, the intentions that we set, right? It's when we're so energetically just open and excited about it. It creates an alchemy. It's like bubbles. I'm getting like bubbles. It's like, water, and it's like, I see the little bubble one, and you take the little water in the soap, cleansing, being cleansed, spiritually cleansed. That's fun. Thanks, guys. Being spiritually cleansed. And then you just take your natural, beautiful Gemini energy and just go, it's like that woo-sa, that release, and it creates bubbles, right? You're going to start seeing that alchemy come up, these things coming in a lot faster for you. And you're going to be like, wow, look at that. It's bubbles. Like, wow, it's a yellow finch. It's so exciting. A butterfly flew over in the Scorpio reading, and I was like, wow, a butterfly, transformation, you know? Things come in when you're joyful, when you're happy, and when you're excited. Because the universe looks at us sometimes, and they go, you say that you want this, but you're freaking out. Like, I can't give you stuff when you're freaking out. I don't know what you're going to do with it. You're going to squeeze it too tight. You need to relax, like a little bit. Like, it's in your spirit for a reason. You are coming up next. Have faith in the process. I know sometimes it's hard because we can't see everything, but that's why we walk by faith and not by sight, right? The golden children. Again, it's this beautiful child. Like, you could have children. You could have children, or you could live with children, or you could be involved in working with children. Like, there could be something in that with you just trying to harness this energy for which to teach it to children in your life that you are around that's coming through. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. I'm getting that perhaps in your childhood, this could be like a childhood wound sort of thing, that perhaps in the past when you were little, if you had a dream or you really wanted to do something or you were really excited about something, perhaps people put you down. They told you that was like a pipe dream, that you couldn't do it, that it was too big. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Like, go to college. Don't be nuts. You know what I mean? There's something in that. Whenever you got too excited about things as a kid, people told you to calm down. And it really sort of took a little bit of the wind out of your sails. Or if there was something unusual, I'm getting the word unusual, not the norm that you were interested in, people were like, that's weird, don't do it. A real kind of energy of sort of really, like I said, taking the wind out of your sails, sort of disheartening you. That's why it's like, guard your heart, because everything flows from it. Everything that is in creation comes from a space of unconditional love. You have rare gifts. You are special. You are quirky. You have something to add. That's why this is in your spirit. This is why you want this so bad. This is because you have a special secret sauce element that will add to this community, that will add to this project, that will add to this industry, that will be able to be positively added to a relationship, and you will be able to see fruition. And again, it's like this portal. It's again like this assembly line. Again, it's like this assembly line, like waiting in line. But I think as you realize that what you want isn't crazy, and that you're not crazy, and that it really is just a matter of having patience in the timing, because honestly, a lot of times divine timing takes so long. One, because it's not just about us and the things that we are doing and the hard work we're putting in. It also has to do with other people, places, and things. Everything has to be in line. Everything has to be in order for something to come to fruition, right? It's not just us. The divine works timing on every single solitary thing. But again, I think as you do that, you'll realize that it's not that they worked harder, that they're better, that it's not anything like that. It's not a comparison thing. It's that they are different pieces. They are different elements, and you're all kind of working in different times through trying to get to the same portal. But unlike this, as it's one by one by one by one, which is how you're feeling right now, what you realize, it's actually more of like a circle. It's more of a circle. And in between here, it's this big crater. And nobody's falling into it. Nobody's stepping in the crater. Nobody's like falling in the muck. Nobody's falling through the cracks. You're not going to fall through the cracks in this situation. You are working yourself to this entry point of this new season. And back here, I'm getting like blood moon. I'm also getting like stem cells, I was like, that kind of looks like a blood cell. And I was like, blood cell? And they were like stem cells. Stem cells are like, they're basically blueprints. They could become anything. You could put them in your heart. You could put them anywhere. They can become anything in your whole entire body. And again, I think it's a little bit about fruition, that as you go through the cycle, you're going to be able to realize that you can do anything. You can be anything. Everything is accomplishable through source, through our intentions, through our own hard work, that we are all just different pieces. We're all connected, but we're all different pieces of a similar cycle. And you play a role, and you are important, and you're not going to fall through the cracks here, that you are resting instead of waiting. Resting instead of waiting. Remember how I was talking about putting you high upon the rock, when that wave, when you just learn to like relax, lay down a little bit, let it kind of soothe you, those emotional waters, not fighting against them, but kind of flowing within them, because there is something to learn. Usually when we're resting and we're waiting for divine timing to come in, it's because we're also doing some kind of emotional work, some kind of soul work, some kind of inner child healing, right? Remembering that like dreams can come true, and like you can be an astronaut if you feel like it. It doesn't matter if your folks think you can't, right? That as you do that, Horus, Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. And then I start hearing, let's hear it for the boys again. Let's hear it for the boys. It's almost like you singing to source a little bit, like, yes, let's hear it for the universe. Like, I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. Like, I am protected. I see that this isn't being taken away from me. I'm not being left behind. I'm not being forgotten. I'm not at the back of the line. I'm just flowing in at exactly the time into this portal that I am supposed to, because everything is lining up. Not just me, everything has to line up. It really is a testament that like this dream, this thing that you want so bad in your spirit, it's so important for source that you have it, that they want to make sure that not only you're ready, but the people, places, and things around you, your environment is ready and set up in order to nurture this thing that you want so bad. And you will see, like I've been saying in the readings all week, if this is your reading, you will receive confirmation in some way from source that this is your reading. Don't just take my word for it. Who am I? I'm just some girl in New Jersey doing tarot readings in her room. Let source confirm this reading for you. Use your own discernment, but they will. If this is your reading, they will show you in a way that you are protected, that they're loyal to you in this quest for whatever it is that you want, that you are not at the back of the line. You are learning and you are healing and you are doing inner child reparations. Okay. I think maybe when you were a child, they kind of stole a little bit of your spirit. They broke a little bit of your spirit and you're kind of getting that back. Because before, let's hear it for the boys, you got pump up the jams while your feet are stomping. And I'm almost seeing like a little kid like stomping their feet. Like, but no, like I want to do that. And they're like, no, that's silly. You can't. It's almost like getting your gusto back a little bit. And once you do, you'll realize that like source is really giving you the tools that you need. So when everything else is in place for you, you're ready to roll. You're ready to go. And your last card, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. It's a tapestry. Ooh, a tapestry. I love that. It's a tapestry. It's like a quilt. I've been getting a lot of quilt stuff all morning, so that makes sense, right? It's about community. It's about networking. All the players have to be in place. And once you do that, again, it's almost like floating. It's that ascending. It's that being high upon the rock, being able to get that higher perspective, that nothing and no one is ever forgotten. No one slips through the cracks, that it's all coming into play for you. It is a new cycle. It is a new earth. It is happening. Hold strong in a place of positivity. Guard your heart. Don't be disheartened just because you're not seeing it right now. It's all coming together. I'm seeing like little particles, right? It's like up here, it's like little stars. It's like little stars. Little stars. Maybe you're a little star, Gemini. Maybe you are. And it's all coming together, right? And all the little particles have to come in order to create a whole. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. So I just don't want you to stress too much just because if you feel like things aren't moving as quickly as you want, or if you feel like you're at like the back of the line, you're not at the back of the line. You're in your own lane. You're exactly where you need to be. Everybody is going to get where they are meant to be, come hell or high water, okay? All right. I love you guys very, very much. I hope that this resonated, and I hope you were able to take some useful guidance out of you. Thank you so much for being here. All your likes and the subscriptions and the comments. I love talking to you guys, and my cup runneth over for you 8 days a week, okay? Like a Beatles song. I love you so much. So take care of yourself, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.